Hi Sagittarius, welcome to the Winds of Jupiter November Tarot reading. Now if you get a chance, do check out my website. I put a lot of work into getting that website together. Now the little eye on the sky up on the right there is working because I just initiated them for this series of readings. Theoretically, it's supposed to take you right to my website. But if that doesn't work and it's not good in practice, there is a link down in the description box. Now each month I'd like to profile a new design that I've put out for t-shirts and hoodies and even some home decor things. It's actually a lot of fun, but I've been so busy I haven't been able to do very original things. But I really thought the alien in the maze would make a good Christmas gift for somebody. Now there's been a lot of electricity, cloud to cloud, cloud to ground, and that really started with the series of eclipses in August. But now we have Jupiter in Scorpio, and this is going to require you to dig very deep in your inner self. And there's going to be some intensity involved in this. And then Venus is going into Scorpio, which is going to shine a hot spotlight on relationships and the value of it. There might have to be some decisions made by some people about their relationships. And then Neptune is going direct in Pisces. Oops, this is about illusions. And let's see if you have your reality eyes on or if you're wearing your rose-colored glasses, because you're going to have to be real careful about that. And there's a little shake-up going on here with your reading, because the overall energy card is the Six of Swords. And this is a card about moving on. There's been some chaos and you're going from turbulent to tranquil waters. And this card helps you with the seamless transition of doing that. But I don't see that you're doing this very quickly. You're doing it by baby steps. Because the cards on the left, for what you know, we see the Four of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Now the Four of Pentacles is a stability card. Any four card is. But this card actually can mean too that you're hanging on to things that just aren't serving you anymore. Just doesn't have a benefit. But I think you're balancing this out that if you move on, you might not have the stability. So if you do this, you don't have that. And now you're hesitating. You want to be so out of there, but you can't because of circumstances. You know, and you'd like to listen to people saying, well, just leave the guy if he's not nice to you or if the woman isn't being nice to the man. Because this does have to do with relationships, because underneath the Six of Swords is the Lover's card. And that's the number 6 card too. So something's going on with relationships, and it's been going hot and cold. Now this isn't for everybody. But there is some shakeup going on for everybody, but it doesn't necessarily have to be with love and relationships. But there is some hesitancy for everyone about making some big decisions, making that big step. You know, filling the big shoes to be responsible and make that big step. And here you have the Ace of Swords conjoined with the Four of Pentacles. And this is a sword of truth. But it's also saying it was a rough road to get where you're at. And I'm sure it was. It sure feels like it. And there's going to be more challenges. But this is a promise for a new beginning. But with any new beginning, you're required to make some decisions. And the Lover's card next door there, which is conjoined with the Ace of Cups, is a decision card. And this is what is or can be yours. So here you are at some type of crossroads. You know, you can have love, but you're going to have some other things involved with it. Even though the Ace of Cups is giving you a new beginning. So you've got the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups together. 2 new beginnings. You know, one about intellect and not using emotions to make decisions, and the other one's about emotions. And maybe in this instance, it's more even about temptations. And your emotions are drawing you towards these temptations. Because the Lover's card is about making decisions. It might sound funny, but it's about deeds and desires. And if they're not balanced out, there's a lot of problems, because this is also about decisions and destiny, vice versus virtue. And I think the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Cups are personifying that really well. That you have to start making some good, responsible decisions. You know, you might have to be limited by what you can decide, because you want to be able to maintain some stability, but you don't want the turbulent waters anymore either. You'd like to move on, but right now you're not sure if you can. Now the cards next to that, for your awareness or self-awareness, receive the Star and the Hermit. Two major arcana cards for making your decision. The Star card is there about orienting you, for you to decide which direction you want to go, what will make you happy, where do you want to go. And the Hermit card is there to kind of make you honest, because you can't make these decisions without having some kind of reality. Going into doing some soul searching. What is worth it to you? What do you value in your life? And what have you been giving up? And what can you put up with too? Now the Star card is also about hope and healing. And this card is about enlightenment. It's an awakening card. And there is some kind of cosmic karma going on here, that you're going to be making the right decision with your soul searching with the Hermit, because you're seeking wisdom. You're seeking wisdom to make the right decision. You want to find the light. And the Hermit has that in his lamp, and you see the light of the Star. It's going to help you out of this conundrum, out of this convoluted maze that you feel like you're in. Now you are coming to an end of a cycle with the future cards, but there's going to be a little bit of rough road with that too, because you received the Six of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the World card. Now the World card is saying that you're at the end of a cycle. You went through it all. And you've learned. And you've earned the right to make some decisions and accept new challenges. But the Six of Pentacles is the giving and receiving card. And you think, well, you know, what's that got to do with the price of beans? There's a lot of complicated issues with the Six of Pentacles. You know, sometimes you can be giving too much and everybody's hands out and wanting to receive. And there isn't any balance there. People are exploiting and manipulating for their own benefit. And then again, the giver can exploit the people that are receiving. Is like, if you don't do this for me, I won't give that to you. Which isn't fair either. And that's why usually he's holding a scale up in that card. Because you really are seeking some kind of balance. You know, there's always a giver and a receiver in a relationship. And it really doesn't work out if you have two givers or you have two receivers either. But then there's some kind of fantasy and illusion going on, because you have the Page of Cups there. And he can bring in news and messages and ideas, because that is his job. But then again, he's swayed by emotions. He doesn't make his decisions by logic and reason. He makes them by his emotions, and it gets him into trouble all the time. So now you can have a really positive new beginning, or you can kind of have an escape route new beginning. It's really up to you what you decide. And this doesn't necessarily have to be with a love affair or particular relationship. This can be about a lot of different things where you're hesitant to change, but it's time to move on. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness. you.